Firepower of the 7th and of the Navy, another impregnable stronghold was taken by our armed forces. The 7th is opening up another approach to Tokyo. While the 7th was being built, the Japanese threatened in the north. In a surprise assault, they seized and fortified Kiska. We rushed planes to the 11th Air Force in the Aleutians. The Japs were squeezed out. From here, we have bombed Paramushiro, Japan's northernmost naval base. The 11th represents a third road to Tokyo. Many of the planes that were rushed to the Aleutians came from Panama, where our 6th Air Force has defended the Canal Zone. The 6th has patrolled the Caribbean for submarines and guarded the sea routes to Africa and Europe. Based in England is our 8th Air Force, within striking distance of German production centers. Germany's highly developed industries are the mainstay of her war effort. Our strategic bombing has been aimed at the heart of these industries, executing the United Nations strategy of weakening Germany for the invasion. Precision bombing by daylight has been the American contribution. Night attacks on whole industrial areas has been the job of Britain's RAF. This double blow has raised havoc with German war production. German defenses have had no rest under the 24-hour offensive. Wrecked cities present an additional problem. As this captured film shows, the Army has been forced to take charge of Berlin's frightened population. Manpower and resources have been diverted to necessary repairs. In 1943, a series of outstanding attacks marked the development of strategic bombing. Submarine yards, marshalling yards, synthetic rubber, shipyards, ball bearings, and then aircraft plants. Regensburg, Marienburg, Kassel. Today, the huge missions over Europe must be carefully and elaborately planned. Our flyers can expect any trip to develop into a major air battle. At a dozen scattered airfields, the bombers are assembled and moved to the starting lines. Takeoff time. And the imposing forts and liberators thunder into the gray English dawn. They take off on split-second schedule, for war in the air is so swift that a few moments' error may mean a missed rendezvous. Fighter fields, Thunderbolts are ready. They set out to meet the bombers, followed by twin-engine Lightning. The two groups make rendezvous over the English Channel, and with the fighters patrolling the skies around the bomber formation, the Air Armada moves into enemy territory. News of the approaching air invasion is flashed through the German warning system. Coastal anti-aircraft batteries fill the skies with high explosives. Alarm sirens wail over the German fighter fields and pilots sprint to their planes. In a few minutes, deadly Focke-Wulfs and Me-109s are on their way to challenge our men and planes. Our fighters peel off to meet the enemy threat, and the battle is on. The enemy interceptors are blasted out of the battle zone. Despite opposition, the bombers push on deeper into enemy territory, their progress mapped by vapor trails. In formation, the bombers can lay down a deadly pattern of protective fire. Nevertheless, the enemy fighter attacks plus the anti-aircraft barrage take their toll. Our planes begin to show damage. Some drop behind. Above the battle, the enemy commander locates the stragglers. His fighters close into the kill. This is called the big lead. Look at the battle from the German angle, through German cameras, and see why. The main body of our formation closes in on the target. The enemy has never succeeded in making an American mission turn back before completing its task. Despite the threat of sudden, violent death, our flyers stick to their jobs until the bombs are away. Until the target is destroyed. While the 8th hammered Europe, a new Air Force, known by the code name of Junior, had been activated. Its purpose, strength and destination, all secret. The secret came out in Africa. Junior was the 12th. An Air Force created to take part in the African invasion. Most of its operations were tactical. A tactical Air Force operates in the battle zone, smashing the enemy wherever he is vulnerable. It works with the ground troops, employing low-flying medium bombers and hard-hitting fighter planes. It fights to establish air superiority. In Tunisia, in 2 days, the 12th wrecked 112 Nazi planes in the air and on the ground. The desperate Nazis tried to fly in reinforcements to stem the advance of our ground troops. The 12th spotted the transport. No reinforcements arrived. In the meantime, the 9th Air Force had joined the RAF in covering General Montgomery's victorious march from El Alamein. At the close of this campaign, the 9th joined Junior, and they worked together in the invasion of Sicily and Italy. In amphibious landings, the foot soldier has to carry out one of the toughest and most dangerous of all combat assignments. Air cover is of supreme importance, both to his morale and to the success of the operation. When a beachhead is established, the enemy's full strength must be held off until our troops have a chance to dig in, land heavy equipment, and supporting units. The tactical air power of the 12th and the 9th accomplished this in Italy. Our planes riddled the enemy's communications. Neutralized his artillery, shot up his troop train, and stopped his tanks. Because of recent developments, the 12th has moved its headquarters